Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my next guest on Spin the Block with Deeta Weeta, my girl, Angela Hightower, y'all.
How we doing?
Yes, she is. Get in here. Now it's cold out there.
Is it? Good
Hey,
morning,
how you
good
doing,
morning.
Angelena?
Cold.
Welcome to Spin the Block with Deeta Weeta.
Hey, y'all.
It is a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is where you grew up?
Well, technically this is Dorchester.
This is Dorchester right here?
This is technically
Oh,
Dorchester.
okay.
This
I
is
need to learn
02125 over here.
Yeah, I need to learn more about my own
Yes,
hood.
indeed.
You know what I'm
Yes, indeed. So, behind me is my elementary school. That's the charter school.
saying? Oh, you went to the Trotter?
I went to spend kindergarten at the charter school.
Oh, okay.
And it's really weird because, zoning and all that, they had you, they used to do crazy stuff back in the day, back in the 70s. They did crazy stuff. But yeah, I went to this school, and even we spent summers on the basketball court. There used to be a wall over there. It's not there anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but there used to be a wall. We would sit on the wall and watch the guys play basketball. But yeah, this school is funny. I only went here 1 year.
1 year?
1 year, and then after that.
Then you quit?
Yeah, no, I didn't quit.
Oh,
Right
okay.
here. You need.
Are we going up to?
You supposed to turn.
Yeah.
And that's all right.
All
But
right.
yeah. See, all of this used to be convenience store.
Yeah.
And all of that. Like we literally used to walk this whole block and then walk on down to Washington Park like every day in the summer. Like.
Nice. You know this area gets it popping now.
It
you know
does.
I don't know
It
how
does.
it was back then when you were, but you know it gets popping now around here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is now Latin. This is Latin Academy now.
Yeah.
This used to be Boston Tech. This used to be
Okay.
Boston Tech. Yeah. They finally changed.
This is for smart people. This school.
That's right.
We
Yeah.
say this school is for the smart
It
kids.
is for the smart kids. Yeah.
Okay.
So indeed. Yeah. So.
Now, was you a smart kid?
Yes, I was.
Right.
So I went from the
You
charter
got good
school.
grades and stuff like that?
I did straight A's until junior high when I discovered that I was a social butterfly.
Yeah. And how old were you when you realized you was that?
13. Yes, social butterfly. 13.
Dope. Now tell me a little bit about growing up here. Like your parents, were they like strict parents? Was like
My mom was real strict.
okay.
My dad, my dad, he was just Mr. Social himself. I think that's where I get it from.
Yeah.
Because he was real chill. My dad was real chill. But mostly my mom and my grandparents. My grandmother used to be like, I'm of the age of coming to the house when the street lights come on.
Yeah.
That deal. That's us. My little sister is she's 9 years younger than me.
Okay.
So we be outside thinking we doing something on the block and hanging out. My grandma would be like,
No.
lights on, get on the block.
Okay.
And we get on the block and then
Right.
and then we sitting on the porch and we thinking we chilling. She's like, go in the house and get your sister. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm not her mama. but it actually helped me growing up, because one thing that never happened is, praise God, I've never been arrested. My sisters have never been arrested.
So, I have.
Yeah, we have
Once
never.
or twice.
Once or twice.
Yeah.
You're gonna take this right up here on
Yeah.
Waybon Street, because we lived on the W side. There's H side, which is the Harrishoff Hallworthy homestead, and then there's the W side. We were on the W side.
You're on the double
We're
side.
on the
It's
W side. The H side and W side. It's the W side.
It's W block.
It's the W block.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So we used to be all up and down this road, all up and down this street.
Wow.
And my house is actually on the other end.
Nice.
As a matter of fact, one of these days, I'm gonna go over here to this house and I'm gonna make these people an offer they can't refuse, and I'm gonna buy my house back. I want my house back.
It has that many memories, huh?
It does.
Yeah.
Listen, I watched my first hurricane on this block. I watched my first.
Is this where you at for Blizzard of 78?
Yes.
Where you was at?
So slow down, right here. Number 26. It
Yeah.
still has the same red trim, the same brick steps.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah, the same wrought iron porch, and that's my house.
What floor was you on?
That's our whole house. Are you kidding me?
You ever snuck a boy through the window?
Hell no.
Never? Oh, man.
Listen, my grandfather was this big 6'5"
Yeah.
mountain of a man. We wasn't doing that.
Right.
And my grandmother's room was right there on the front, so you wasn't doing nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And her window was right at the porch, so there's that.
Wow.
But yeah, oh wow, the porch seems so much smaller than.
Yeah, that was like a whole play area when y'all was little,
Yeah,
right?
And so we did this whole block,
Wow.
We just would run up and down the street, touch football on the street, on the concrete. Man, that's crazy.
What age would you started liking boys?
12.
12? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
about 12,
right.
Yeah. I used to beat him up when I was.
Beat him up.
Beat him up.
That's how you let him know you like him?
Yeah.
I think you're cute. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what age was it when you realized you had a voice and you wanted to start a career in singing?
So I've actually been singing since I was about 3. Seriously.
Okay.
My cousin Alda Marshall, and funny that church would be right there because her mom, Jean Marshall, my aunt, used to play piano at this church at Pleasant Hill Baptist.
Okay.
And Alda, I never went to this church, but Alda went to this church. And Alda Marshall Witherspoon, my cousin, she would come. We would go to her house in Dorchester on Thames Street, and she still lives in the same house. As a matter of fact, same house all these years, same house. I want to say that house, they've been owned that house for about 75, 80 years. And she would teach me and train me, and that's what I would sing all the time with her. And so when you know, some of the things that I do, some of the vocal inflections that I do with my voice, I get them from her to some degree. And because she would always tell me, no one wants to, you can't be a flat singer. You know, it has to have some movement. And so she helped me hone that. But yeah, I did my first talent show when I was about, I went to the Hennigan School for 4th and 5th grade because I was smart, you know.
Yeah, right.
So when I left the charter school, I went to Rafael Hernandez, which is now early education right there on Columbia Road in Quincy.
Okay.
And it's also the school kitchen now.
Oh, yes,
yeah, but
absolutely.
it used to be the Hernandez School back then. Now the Hernandez, I believe, is in Eggleston Square. So, but yeah, I went from there to the Hennigan School in Jamaica Plain, and I won my first talent show at the Hennigan School in Jamaica Plain, singing, get this, Sukiyaki.
Sukiyaki?
Yes.
How old were
It's
you?
all because of you. I think I had to be, 4th, 5th grade. I think I was, 10, 9, 10.
Wow, and you were singing.
Yeah, 10, 11.
Wow, that's a powerful song, man.
Yeah.
What artists did you inspire you? Did you try to come up after? Wow, I want to sound like her. Out of the Gladys Knights or the Aretha's.
So when I was really young, really small, 7, 8, 9, 10, there was a group out called K Creole and the Coconuts, and they used to have a song called Sun Shower, and it was really high. The voice was really pretty, and I would always mock it. But then as I got older, I loved Gladys Knight.
Right.
Patti LaBelle has always been my favorite, and actually my dream came true 6 years ago when I got to sing with Patti and Queens. So
You sung with Patti LaBelle?
Patti LaBelle.
What was that like?
It was awesome.
Of music, it's a garden of love, and we all are his children. Oh, every dance,
It was definitely very surreal because here I am, a child growing up, never being able, even when I was able to purchase my own ticket, never been able to go to a Patti LaBelle concert, only to turn around and the first time I actually go to a concert, I'm in the concert.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that was so dope.
Did she bring you one of them sweet potato pies?
No.
She did? Oh man, you gotta get one of them sweet potato pies.
But then after that, because I sang with a group called East Coast Inspirational Singers out of New York.
Was that the first band you were with?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What was the first band you joined?
The first band I was ever with was it's now E-Water Band, but then it was called Focus. And Eric.
My driver asked me if you were from E-Water Band.
Yeah, I played with E-Water for a minute. I would fill in, but Eric Watson was my music mentor. Rest his soul. I love that guy. Okay. Bless you. That's my guy. That is my guy. But Eric used to beat me up. And he's like, Jelena, you're singing too hard. Jelena, Jelena. And I'm like, okay, fine. But before getting with E-Water, I used to do a lot of stuff with IOD, all the summer concerts. Yeah, Martin Luther King School.
Oh,
That's
this
it.
is King right here?
Mr. King School.
This is where you went to middle school here?
I went to middle school here, yeah.
This is where you got your first kiss?
Yeah, Actually, I did.
You did? See,
My
I know
first
that the
kick-
king used to go down in
And
the
my
king,
first
boy.
kiss, my first hickey, my mother used to call him Drac.
Yeah.
I came home with a hickey. My mother was like, where's the Dracula?
Yeah, we used to play the king in middle school, man. We used to come out here and have to do y'all up.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Man,
Mary E.
whatever.
Curly. Shout out to the Mary E. Curly.
Shout out to the Mary E. Curly. Yeah, whatever. Wankers.
Yeah.
No, but the King School, that was fun stuff.
Right.
And we used to do, oh my gosh, and they used to hate me. I used to win all the talent shows all the time.
So what happened with you and the E Water band? How did that?
So I did it. So like I said, it was Focus when I first was with them.
Oh, okay.
And I did them for a little while, and then I was really young though. I think I was about 18 or 19. I was 19.
Okay.
And my head was all over the place then. And my boyfriend at the time, put me on and tried to really, help me with that. But I was just hard-headed.
Yeah.
And so I just decided I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And so I stopped. And then I went and ended up singing with Rollins Ross and oh my gosh, Rollins. It was Life Force.
Life Force.
And the drummer I have now was my drummer in Life Force. So
Really?
he's still, me and Vinny go back like this.
Let's speak about the band that you have now.
The
Angelena
Unit.
and the Unit.
The Unit.
How long have you guys been together, and how did you guys meet?
The Unit has been together for 3 years.
Okay.
But I have known Vincent Bailey, VB Hawk, the baddest drummer on the planet. Yes, I said it.
Mean.
I dare you to fight me. You will
Man.
win. But Vincent Bailey comes from Hawkeye fame, and those from Boston know about Hawkeye. But Vinny and I have known each other for over 30 years.
Nice.
But the Unit has been together, like I said, for 3 years. And when I first got started, it was me and Vinny. We went to one of our Life Force friends. His wife retired, and they did a retirement party, and I came. I was invited, and I jumped up on stage and did one song with them. And after that, it was like Vinny was like, "Yo, we need to do this again."
Right.
And I was like, "Okay." It's like, let's get the band back together. I'm like, "All right, fine." So next thing I know, Vinny and I were pulling in musicians. Vaughn Brathwaite was playing bass for me. O'Dane Williams was playing keys for me. Will Moss playing bass. Just different people. And it was always just a rhythm section. Keys, drums, bass. That's it. And then hooked up with a guy, John Boswell. Great guy. John introduced me to my now keyboard player and my now bass player and my now saxophone player and my now guitar player.
So who's all the members right now?
So all the members are Vincent Bailey on drums, Donald Duck Campbell on keys, and that boy is bad. He mean. And then Benny Stone, Fred, baddest white boy on 6 strings.
Nice.
He's probably the only guitar player I know can hit every single riff on Before I Let Go.
Man.
Guitar solo. And then Kenny Hester, my shy guy. He don't talk much.
No.
But that boy, he plays a mean left-handed bass.
Okay.
And then Nate Fuller, who is my saxophone player. Who is funny because I dubbed Nate as my bonus son.
Right.
Because he's the youngest member of the group. He's only 29. But Nate saw we did a Aretha Franklin show.
Okay.
And Nate was like, "I really want to play with you. Let me know when you need a horn player, and I'll gladly play with you." And next thing I know, here we are 3 years later.
Still together.
Still together.
Kicking.
Yeah. And then I added background vocals, Miss Tina Andrews, and my son Malachi. Yes, all my children sing. So. Yeah.
Have you always been more comfortable in a band more than just being a solo artist on your own?
I prefer the band because it allows you to really. I'm a showman, and you know that because you've seen my show.
Absolutely.
The electricity is different when it's a whole band. I mean, solos are great when you're doing funerals, weddings, 1 or 2 songs here and there. But when you are trying to entertain the masses, and Tina Turner, that's another one. Oh my gosh, I love her. She's the GOAT. She is definitely the GOAT. Tina Turner definitely puts a whole different spin on entertainment.
Right.
And so, the Tina Turners, the Janet Jacksons that put on electrifying shows, those are the ones when some people ask me, "Well, how come you never recorded?" A little secret, I was offered a contract with Kashif when I was 16.
No way.
Yeah,
happened with that? What happened?
My mom turned it down. She got mad at me.
Did your mom at that time when you were young turn down a lot of deals for you because she wanted you to have a whole different life, career, and choice?
I want to say my mom turned those things down because she herself had her own stuff she was dealing with. And at the time, it made it easier for her to be like, and no. And so I felt some type of way for a long time, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm kind of glad I never took on that life because I didn't. And I tell people all the time, it wasn't for me, and it's still not for me. I don't want that life. I don't want to.
Do you have any resentment at all towards your mother because of those choices that she made for you?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because the truth is, I really don't. As I got hindsight is 2020. I didn't want that life.
What mood makes you want to sing? Like, is it happiness, sadness? Like, when do you feel like singing the most?
All the time. All the time.
Nice.
All the time. I wake up singing.
Really?
Yeah.
You feel like singing right now?
Why not?
Bang! Let's get it, Poppy. Y'all want to see some Angelena Hightower right now do her thing? Okay, so give us some.
Let me see. So this is one particular song. I can't go nowhere without doing it.
Okay.
I can't get off my horse, and I can't let you go. You are the one who makes me feel so real. Ow, what am I supposed to do? Ow, what am I supposed to do, baby, when I'm so hooked up on you that I realize that you are somebody else's guy.
Hey, turn that up, baby. Yeah. This song how we do it on Spin the Block with Angelena Hightower, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So take us in the club scene when you're in the club. How you doing?
Oh, man. I do a whole dance with this.
Dance.
A whole two-step.
Oh, man.
Little fun fact, when this song came out, I think I was about 14 or 15. And I was singing with some girls, Phase Force. Love them girls.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Kim Wood.
Me.
Bobby Brown, the mom, she's the mom of Bobby Brown's kids, Kim Wood.
That's a friend of yours?
That's a friend of mine, very, very dear personal friend. But Kim and I, Sabrina.
Were you hanging around with her at the time she was in relationships with Bobby Brown?
I stopped. We like that relation. Like we stopped as a group, but she went on to be a mom. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we were all pretty much like before the children came. Yeah, we were cool. And but that's one of the songs that I sang at a talent show at the Strand Theater, one of them Hollywood talent nights we did, and I couldn't really hit it then.
Wow, well, you sure just hit it just now.
I would wear myself out singing that song and at rehearsals, and it was crazy. But now, it just flows.
It just rolls off.
Rolls off the tongue now.
Mean. That was dope. That was dope. So where do you like where are you performing at lately? Like where are you doing most of your performances at and things like that in the city?
So I have a residency at Cathay Pacific once a month.
Nice.
I have a residency at Daryl's once a month.
They have really good food there too.
They do.
At both places.
At both places, yes. So I have a residency at Daryl's, and shout out to Nia Grace and the Daryl's crew. And I have a residency at the District in Providence.
Nice.
So I'm there once a month, which I'm actually there tonight. But I'm there once a month, and then a lot of private functions these days. I like the club stuff. It's fun. Private functions allows us to be more. It allows some creativity. I mean, I take that back. I be creative anywhere I go. Like I've gotten relationships with these club owners and these restaurant owners that I pretty much do what the heck I want, and they welcome it because people want to see that. They want to see that wow. They want to see that whole electricity. And when they say, okay, well, we're done playing, like Daryl's, music is done at 11 o'clock, but we always go over.
Right. Has COVID played a huge role?
Huge. Oh, we took a hit. We took a hit. The first year of COVID,
How do you stay afloat when that stuff happens?
So we spent all our time recording music, writing. The first year, we did a lot of writing that year. And like I said, I got a single coming out on my birthday.
Really? What's the name of the single?
It's called "I Love You So."
I Love You So.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little piece of I Love You So?
Let's see. Where would I go?
You want me to back you up?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Now she's calling me on my phone, wondering what went wrong. Blind to see, 'cause she ain't me, and you're gonna come back home. What goes around comes back around, and now my shoes are on her feet. What she fails to realize is that you're still in love with me. You got me singing, oh, whoa, 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 baby.
Man, what was the inspiration behind that song?
So my friend Tina Boswell, called T. Lee, shout out Tina Boswell, she wrote that.
Nice.
And it's funny because you would think she was in my relationship when she wrote it. But no, I didn't even know she had written it then. She had definitely she did me a solid and brought that on. She's got a couple more tunes that she's gonna give us that we're gonna add to. And then my drummer Vinny, he writes a lot. We got some one out called "Let's Do It" that's coming. Turbo Drop is coming. Some bangers. We got some bangers coming. And then I completed one with a guy, Chops Koba, called "Thoughts of You." TOY. I wrote the hook for that.
Right.
It's actually, matter of fact, you guys play it on 98.1.
We do.
You play it on the Heat.
Mean,
Mark
shout out to the
plays it.
Urban Heat.
Mark plays it. Tap plays it. You need to play it.
Mean, I will definitely play it.
Yeah, it puts you in a line of it's got a Biggie feel to it.
Okay.
You know, like imagine Biggie and Faith doing a collab. That's it. Yeah.
Have you ever suffered a tragedy that music got you through?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
So, even I'd say more recently, the deaths that have occurred.
Yeah.
Especially the biggest one being Eric Watson. Of all the deaths that hit me the most, even for every family member, that one had to hit me the hardest. And I remember.
Why so?
Well, because again, he's my music mentor. A lot of things he's responsible for. Him and Vincent were very instrumental in me getting back to performing again. Eric was diagnosed with lung cancer some years ago, and he said to me, "I'll be all right, Jelena. I'll beat this. It'll be fine." And I believed him. And then he got sicker, and I would see him at some of my shows, and he would look so frail.
Right.
And it would just really bother me. I'm like, and I called his wife. I said, "Deb, what's going on?" And she said, "He's definitely worse off than he likes to let on." And I did not know how to handle that. And then, so every time he would come out, I'd be like, "Okay, cover up your mouth. People need to be around you. Stay out of his face. No, you can't touch him. His immune system is weak." Like, I found myself really protective of him.
Right.
And so about a week before he died, his wife called me and she said, "Jelena, it's coming. Time is coming near." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I remember being really angry.
Right.
Because he told me it wasn't that bad. And she said, "Well, he's not really wanting to see people." And I was like, "Okay." She said, "But no, if you come see him, you can only see him for about 5 minutes." And I said, "Okay." And I guess she told him that I wanted to see him. He said, "Tell her to come. Tell her to come." Excuse me. He said, "Tell her to come." And so I remember it was a Thursday.
I don't have any tissue right now. We still ghetto, man. That ain't in the budget.
So I went to go see him, and I sat with him, and 5 minutes turned into 2 hours. And we talked, and he was still fussing at me, even from his sick bed. He was fussing at me. And I remember feeding him his lunch, and she said, "Okay." I noticed he winced in pain a couple of times, and she said, "I'm going to give him his medicine now," because he was at hospice at home. She gave him his medicine, and he was just starting to drift and went to sleep. And I was like, she was like, "Yeah, he's getting tired." And so I went home, and other folk came to see him, and everything was fine. I was like, "You know what? Miracles happen."
Right.
I was like, "No big deal." The following Sunday, I remember waking up and I never am awake on a Sunday before 9 a.m. Never, because I usually gig the night before, and worship doesn't start till 11. So I got time. But I was awake at 6, and my phone rang. She said he's gone. I cried for hours.
What year was this?
This was 2020, August. Music. Got me through it.
Did you sing at his funeral?
I did.
What did you sing?
I won't complain.
Give me a little bit of it. Take me back.
I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days. And some lonely nights. But when I look around and think things over, all of my good days outweigh my weary days, and I won't complain.
When it's all said and done, what do you want people to say about Angelena Hightower?
I want them to say that she was a good person, that she always thought of others, because I do, that she always gives her 100, that she keeps it real, she keeps it 100 with you, and that whatever she did, whatever she sang it with her whole heart and her whole self.
Yo, listen, man, this is Angelena Hightower. I'm right here. We're spinning the block with Deeta, Weeta, y'all. See y'all on the next show. Peace out.
Peace out.
Thank you, babe.